Hey, what you need to know about estate agents. Well, what you need to know about estate agents if you're an investor, because particularly if you're an investor, you need to know this. So that's what today's video is about. If you haven't watched this channel before, it's GillT. It's all about property. It's all about a little bit of fun in Cape Town, in South Africa of all things. So with that, let's get to it, guys. Let's check this out. So, what do you need to know about estate agents? What's one of the most important things? Well, to start with, in South Africa, we don't call them estate agents anymore. They are property practitioners, which is quite a daunting name if you think about it. Property practitioners, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to it as estate agents or real estate because that's what it's known as worldwide. And it's just an easy thing to understand. But there you are, getting ready to call your estate agent, property practitioner, whatever you want to call them. You're an investor, and in your mind, I mean, a lot of people have said to me, we don't really want to call the estate agent because, we don't want to feel like we know less than they do, and we don't want to pay the brokerage, and there's this and there's that, and there's all these stories and excuses. So I just want to give you a little bit of a thought about what estate agents are and what they are about. So what is an estate agent, and what is there to know? Okay, so what's really important, and here's the thing that I'm going to stress to you that's really important after you know what they're called. What's really important is they are people. They're just normal people like everyone else. They're not in a different place, they're not doing something else, they're not hiding under a rock, they're not doing some different thing. They're just normal people selling property, right? And they might know a little bit about more about the rules and the regulations of selling property. They'll have a whole lot of documentation on the consumer acts and contracts. I mean, an estate agent really just about has to be an attorney to know all the contracts and things like that. But as far as the real estate itself goes, you know what you want to buy. The real estate agent, he doesn't get emotionally attached, she doesn't get emotionally attached to every single property, because they can't, right? Because they've got their taste and you've got your taste, and they take that out of the scenario. So when it comes to contacting a real estate agent, they're people just like everyone else. They're there to help you, and it's not going to be an issue, right? So make the call and find out if you want to buy the house, or if you're interested in seeing property. Make the call to the agent. They're just people. They're not going to bite your head off or be arrogant or be nasty. If you get an arrogant, nasty person, just walk away and there's 400 more. Okay. The next thing I want to tell you about an estate agent, and this is really important to remember, they're salespeople. Okay? They're in sales. So what does that tell you? They're there to sell you something, right? So you do, when it comes to the choosing of your property or what you want to buy, have to understand that you're dealing with a salesperson, okay? And that salesperson wants to sell you something. It's what they do, okay? So if they latch on to the fact that you like it, they are going to try and sell it to you, or try and sell you something better. Hey, it's Coffee with Rob. Don't forget to have a cup of coffee, eh? Beautiful day outside, beautiful week. Always, always, always great. So yeah, keep in mind when you're buying a home and you're dealing with a real estate agent that you are dealing with a salesperson. A salesperson will talk everything up and try and sell it to you as quickly as possible, right? As quickly as possible. Try and get it done now. So be careful of sign the contract now, quickly, sign it, before the next person comes in. They're salespeople. Give yourself time to think about it. It's a big investment. It's a really big investment. But on that note, don't give yourself too long, because somebody else will walk in and buy it off. Okay, so you do have to get it done. But you also have to discuss it with your family and make sure that you guys are going to want this property. Yeah, the costs involved, keep in mind what the costs are involved. Ask the agent about the costs involved. Don't forget to ask. A lot of people forget to ask about what it's going to cost them at the lawyers, what it's going to cost them for the bond, etc. These are hidden costs, extra costs that come in on the side that you can't get a loan for. Okay, make sure you've been pre-approved for the bond and all that sort of thing, right? Now the next thing I'm going to tell you about an estate agent is very important to remember, and that is they work on brokerage. They don't get a salary. They do not get paid to do those things for you all day, every day. Those are things that lead up to a possible income. So an estate agent works on a numbers game. Okay, the amount of viewings done, the amount of people that are coming through, and in that there might be a possible sale, the amount of properties that are for sale. In that there might be a property that gets sold. That pays for everything else. Okay, so when you phone them or contact them or ask them to do something for you and you think, they're getting paid to do it. No, they're not. Okay, the ultimate goal of the estate agent is to make that sale and to make that brokerage. Okay, the ultimate goal is the end goal, to make that salary. So if they're doing something for you and it doesn't relate to that salary, they're just working on a build-up towards getting that somewhere down the line, right? So they're working for free. Effectively, an estate agent is working for you for free until they get paid. But all estate agents understand that they work on a brokerage, and all that work that they're doing, that 80% of it is just building up towards the 20% that they need at the top. Okay, so you need to know that. You need to know that estate agents are working on a brokerage. They're not getting paid to service you. They get paid when they sell you a house. And then there's a lot of work behind that. The money that they're getting paid is to make sure that your deal goes through smoothly with all the attorneys, with all the bonds, etc., etc., etc. So it's not just about selling the house. Oh, you got paid so much money for selling the house. No, dealt with 100 clients to sell you that house, and at the end of the day, there's a whole lot of other stuff that goes in with it, contracts and things like that behind it, the knowledge that goes in behind it that needs to be known. And then a very important fact that you all need to know about an estate agent is, if you're an investor especially, you need the estate agent to be your best friend forever, the BFF. Why is that? Why do you need to be close to the estate agent? Because firstly, as an investor, you don't want to pay the brokerage, you don't want to get involved, you don't want to pay more, you want to pay less, and all the rest of it. Well, here's the thing to remember. The estate agent has got a network. They've got a network of colleagues, friends, people. They're dealing with property on a daily basis. And when the deals come in that you're looking for, you want them to be able to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, John, I got this for you, man," before they even list it, before they even put it on the market. Now, let me tell you something about an estate agent. You're going to go to them and you're going to say, "I'm looking for a property to renovate, blah, 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 blah. And I want one of these 2.5 million properties and I want to pay 1.5 million rand. From the estate agent's perspective, at the moment, you're a waste of time. Because I don't have any properties like that on the market at the moment, and I'm not going to find one easily, right? But here's my name and number. Contact me if you find one. Great. That's wonderful. You go on my list. You're not important to me at all. Not important to the estate agent. You just go onto the list. Maybe one day will something come up and we'll forget about you. Okay? Really important to be friends with the estate agents. Know them. You don't have to go and drink with them all day and everything, but know them. You need to be the first person on the estate agent's mind when something like that comes in. Because they're going to pick up the phone and phone their friends. They're going to pick up the phone and phone the people that are dealing with it. And the first person who's going to buy it is the agent himself. Okay, so if you're not on the list, or if you are on the list but you've forgotten, it doesn't really help, because you're just going to be on a general list, and those people are generally going to get the information. Okay, so keep that in mind. You want to be friends with those people, because those people, those estate agents, have got the network, they've got the contacts, and that's probably where it's going to come from. So that's just a little bit about estate agents I thought you might like to know. Just interesting stuff, and it's general knowledge at the end of the day. I mean, if you think about it, it's not like like a train smash, or something that's difficult to understand. So with that, guys, thanks for watching, and go down to the description below if you're interested in being an estate agent, or if you're interested in business. Check out the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. Wow, fantastic stuff, really good. And there's a little thing in there about shift when things go wrong, like COVID and that sort of thing, what to do with your business and all that. Really nice books. Have a look at those, they're quite cool actually. But thanks for watching, and like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to like the Facebook page and follow me on Instagram as well. Till next time, guys, it's Rob GillT. Cheers.